Do you remember Dave 1995 Olds and Sour with the Was T-Dex text trailer on the Hit Entertainment DVD box set? Well, I'm here to tell you about the Was Internship reaction DVD designed so the Was Internship reaction love for me. Even before I grew up with farmers and friends and the Wiggles, there's a show called Pingu. If you don't know what Pingu is charming and squeaky young penguin who lives in the snow and ice for the South Pole. The missing penguin often finds himself in tricky and comical situations, but he always learns a valuable lesson. One of the episodes that I like was an episode called Pingu Gets Carried Away. When Pingu wants to drive the tracker out by himself, but ends up getting to a runaway. That's not what I mean about the show. It's about the worst internship reaction of said episode. It was a perfect afternoon. I was at Walmart with my mom and my little brother to buy some things. I woke for the DVD eyes and found many DVDs. I collect some DVDs like SpongeBob SquarePants, Tales of the Deep, Blue's Clues, Blue's Big Musical, and Shark Tale. After I did, I found a rare Pinga DVD in the shape of the CD case. The cover contains a Pinga about to run in the store manager as seen in the episode, while the Pinga logo is there. And there was a text on the white that said, "Was internship Yasuna Pingu gets carried away." The DVD's release date was November 9, 2009. I do remember some of the worst internship reaction of the Wormy episode from SpongeBob. But this was my second worst internship reaction DVD. Looks good, I said. I then took the DVD to my mom and showed to her. She was impressed. I found something rare. After we get our things, we went to check out and I gave the DVD to the cash register guy. "That will be $5, please," said the cash register guy. After I paid for the DVD, we drove home. When I got home, I was informed by my mom and little brother that we'll go to some place and we'll be back soon. I then took the DVD out and put in my DVD player, getting ready to watch it. The DVD started with the Hit Entertainment logo, and it played the previous of the Wiggles movie. And then it took me to the menu. The menu contains a Pingu standing in the trademark South Pole background. On the top was the Pingu logo, and on the right were 4 menu buttons, which were Play, Visit Entertainment, Setup, and Bonus Features. I clicked play, getting ready to watch it. Before the episode began, there was a warning. "Warning. This episode was made by way back in 2009 for the release of the Jennifer's Body and must not be viewed by children. Words on your risk." Oh, great. "Here it goes," I said, face palming. The episode started off normally with the intro, and then cut to the beginning where Pingu was taught by his dad to drive the tractor sledge. Everything was normal until I got to the part where the beginner ran away when Pingu pressed the lever down all the way. While Pingu's dad tells Pingu to stop the tractor sledge, he broke the brake, and he threw it away. At that moment, they ran over the speed bump, and Pingu's dad falls out the back. He gets up and tells Pingu to take care. It cut to Pongo's walking while listening to the music on his earbuds a while. I was surprised that Pingu had earbuds. As he jumps out, he heard a tractor sledge horn and sees Pingu driving towards him at high speed. Pingu blew the horn and told Pongo to move out of the way, but it did nothing. Pingu once over Pongo, and he exploded into blood and pieces of flesh. But the blood wasn't done away. It was real. Pingu tried everything he could to stop the tractor sledge, but turns out there was no use. He drives down to the market store, even cutting the lady penguin getting the things right in the episode. Once the manager turns around, he sees Pingu driving towards him. The manager runs out of the way while Pingu crashes through the store instead of running into it like in the episode. The manager tries to run away, but Pingu's tractor sledge started to chase him around in circles. The manager ends up coming to a dead end, and Pingu not stopping. Once Pingu was about to run into him, the tractor sledge started to jerk full of fun in the manager. Once it stopped, the tractor sledge reversed and Pingu screamed as he was going backwards. The manager slid in with you as he was safe. Later, it cuts to Pingu trying to stop the tractor sledge. He soon noticed that he was driving right to the cold sinkhole. Pingu tried his best to stop the tractor switch, but it was too late. As Pingu got close to the sinkhole, the tractor sledge fell in, taking Pingu along with it too. Because the sinkhole was very cold, it forced Pingu into a huge chunk of ice, which is similar to the Pingu Takes Revenge episode. Some penguins, along with Pingu's grandfather, was the scene. They will finish the frozen Pingu out of the sinkhole along with the tractor sledge. The penguins and Pingu's grandfather were in shock what they saw. It cut to the hospital as seen in the short Tommy Pingu episode, where the doctor checked on the frozen Pingu. The doctor tells Pingu grandfather that he had died from being frozen so much. Pingu's grandfather was in shock and he started to break down his tears. His crying sounded realistic, as if his actor was upset. It later fades to the Pingu's house, where Pingu's mom and Pingu's dad and Pinga were horrified about Pingu. And they started breaking down in tears. The cries sound far rather realistic, as if the voice actors were depressed during this scene. An instrumental of When She Want Me from Toy Story 2 play in the background. I was surprised that the Toy Story 2 song was in the scene. It later cut to Pingu's dad watching his tractor sledge getting scrapped. After that instrument, Pingu's dad was sad after seeing his tractor sledge being scrapped. After that, it cut to Pingu's house at night, as seen in the Pingu and the Ghost episode. Pingu's mom, Pingu's dad, and Pinga were sad that Pingu died in the incident. Pingu's dad calmed Pinga down, and they went to sleep. After that, it cut to the credits as they play normally, but after the hit entertainment will go, the screen faded to black. I thought it was over, but it showed one more thing. It was an edited image of Pingu screaming when he was about to drive into the snowman. from the original version of Pingu gets carried away. However, his eyes were black, his putties were wet, and she was crying blood. It was an estimate by the very loud, slow and distorted version of Pingu's scream, a slow and distorted version of Darla's scream for finding Nemo when she sees Nigel flying to the dentist's room alongside a scared child. That image scared the crap out of me as I covered my ears due to how loud it was. After that jump scare, it took me back to the menu. I was horribly nervous after watching that terrifying episode. When my mom and my little brother came home, I told them what I saw on the DVD, and they were shocked. I managed to grab a few screenshots before my mom smashed the DVD. The next day, I contacted Entertainment about the DVD, and they told me that the one who made it was Cleeny Brown, who made the same guy who made the last SpongeBob episode, SpongeBob Can't Take It, which is Gavlani saw last year. After that, I replied with a thank you after that. Remember, if you install the last Internship reaction DVD, don't watch it, or your childhood will be ruined.